Hey everyone, Paul Viviano here, and I have a very important video I need to make today. As some of you may know, I've been going through a bit of a rough situation recently involving a woman named Meghan who has been aggressively pursuing me. Well, I've recently learned some disturbing information about Meghan's past and current profession that I need to share with everyone as a warning. About a month ago, Meghan started following me on Instagram and liking all my photos. She seemed friendly at first, so I followed her back and we exchanged some DMs. Nothing too serious, just casual conversation. But then she started messaging me multiple times a day, commenting on every post, and was constantly trying to hang out whenever I was in her city. I found it a little odd, but tried to be polite. I was in her town last weekend for a work event, and she practically begged me to have dinner with her after my event finished on Saturday night. I'll admit, she's very attractive, so I agreed to a casual dinner, thinking it would be nice to chat in person after our online conversations. Well, that casual dinner turned into drinks that turned into late-night partying until the early hours of Sunday morning. Now, normally a fun night out isn't a big deal, but the way Meghan was acting really started to concern me. She was all over me the entire night, constantly touching me and being overly flirtatious. At one point, she even tried to come back to my hotel with me. I told her very clearly that I was not interested in anything beyond friendly conversation because I'm in a committed relationship. But she didn't seem to care at all about respecting my boundaries or the fact that I have a wife. She kept insisting we have some fun just between us. That experience really weirded me out, and I tried to politely end communication with her after that night. But Meghan would not stop contacting me, blowing up my phone with texts and calls over the next few days. She even showed up at my work event uninvited the next day, saying she just had to see me again. Her behavior was becoming obsessive and inappropriate. That's when I started doing some digging into who exactly this Meghan woman is. And what I found was truly shocking. After searching her name online and asking around discreetly to people who know her, I discovered that Meghan is actually a professional prostitute and sugar baby. Now, I have nothing against sex work as a profession. People have to make a living however they can. But Meghan never disclosed this very important detail about herself and her line of work. She presented herself as just a normal woman, but had very ill intentions toward me the whole time. It all makes sense now why she was so aggressively pursuing me and dismissing my clear disinterest. As a prostitute, manipulating men for money and favors is literally her job. I feel utterly disrespected that she did not respect my relationship or boundaries and tried to deceive me about who she really is. Had I known from the beginning that she uses her body and beauty to lure men for transactions, I never would have entertained her attempts to communicate or agreed to meet in person. That level of dishonesty and manipulation is completely unacceptable. I am making this video as a warning to all of you, especially any other married or taken men out there, to be extremely cautious of Meghan. Do not accept her requests on social media, do not respond to her messages, and definitely do not meet up with her alone. She has an agenda and will stop at nothing to get what she wants from you, even if it means disrespecting your relationships or consent. I understand many will view this negatively and say I should not be judging her profession. And to be clear, I have no issue with sex work itself. But pursuing married or taken men under false pretenses crosses a major line. Her behavior toward me was downright predatory. No means no, and she refused to accept my disinterest gracefully. I hope sharing my experience will help protect others, especially younger or more naive men who may be easier for her to take advantage of. Had I known the truth from the start, I never would have entertained her antics even for a moment. Please spread the word about who Meghan really is so no other well-meaning people fall victim to her manipulations and disrespect of boundaries. In closing, I just want to reiterate that I hold nothing against sex workers as a group. People have the right to make a living however they choose as long as everyone involved is a consenting adult. But pursuing married men secretly crosses an ethical line, as does refusing to accept rejection respectfully. My goal here is simply to warn others and hopefully prevent Meghan from disrespecting and manipulating more good people in the future the way she did with me. Please share this video to spread more awareness. And please stay clear of Meghan if you value your own relationships